team since Black Rhinos. When was it? 1984. But the difference between us and Black Rhinos is Black Rhinos were assembled in Division 1, won the title in Division 1, then in their first season in the league, then won the title in the PSL. But we assembled our team this year and won the title. So champions in Division 1, then assembled a team in the Premier League, strong team for that matter, then here we are. I think there were lots of negativity around the recruitment policy back then, but I'm happy that in the end we have the last laugh. But in particular, I want to give credit to the club president, the Honorable MP himself, Pedzai Scott Sakupwanya, for taking a bold decision to invest in football. Not just in football, investing in quality players that have taken us that far. So I want to give him all the praises because he's the leader of the ship. Of course, technically I'm the head, but he's the lead. He's the owner of the team. Then of course the club chairman, ironically Tonderai Sakupwanya, my namesake, for leading his executive committee so well. So the management has been very good, but of course in a setup there are always hurdles. But what was good was we came together, sat down, discussed issues, and came up with solutions. Must admit, along the way, it was difficult. At some point, I could hear the noise in the corridors, but I must also give credit to the management for sticking with us, and then gave us confidence. And in the end, here we are today. We've won a cup. So it was a great team effort. But I think it all started with the recruitment that we did for the first round of matches, and then a very good pre-season, I must say. We trained here in Harare, went to Kariba, trained in Kariba for some days, and then crossed over to Zambia, where we had a very, probably I must term it the best pre-season amongst the teams that are in the Premier League. And I think at some point we then termed Coffee Boys. I still remember those things coming through because of the work that we were doing in Zambia. That took a lot of that took a huge investment from the Honorable MP himself. A good pre-season, then we came back here prepared. We had a shaky start to the season, but I think from the onset, those with eyes could see that our team was a very strong team. Yes, it looked like we struggled to beat Triangle in our first match, but I still remember Lukwa Ombema Somere back then telling me that the team is poised for the championship because of the way we had played in that match. From then on, I think it was, we had a difficult first 6-7 games, and then when we hit 10-game mark, things started to fall in place for us. And then the Honorable MP came back again with another huge investment during the mid-season transfer window. Brought in Knowledge Msona unexpectedly, then Terence Zukamanja, Moses Chidolo from Namibia, and then Mafios Chiweta from Highlanders, Kuda Miyamba from Malawi. And I think those 5 players changed things for us. They brought a different dimension to our game. And then we started winning games. I remember we started winning against Ngezi Platinum Stars. We got very important points when we were 10 men. Then from there we went on for a 7-match winning streak that took us close to the top. And then it was just a matter of us managing. But once we brought in those players, we knew that we were on course. And then I would specifically want to single out Knowledge Msona. He brought in a lot of stability in our team, a lot of leadership, which was probably lacking in the first half. Not that we didn't have leaders, but Knowledge came with some more quality in leadership, then of course on the pitch. So that then took us to where we are. And I personally feel that the turning point was when we won against Manica Diamonds at Faro Stadium. We were coming from a defeat against the Islanders in a Chibuku Cup, Super Cup match. And for us to bounce back and win that match under so much pressure, send a very clear message to our rivals. Then we had to manage things until the end. And then, of course, the match against Moors, a big one, then set the tone for us. Must also single out the match against Simba Bora. It was a huge match in Shamba. If we had lost that match, it meant that the gap was going to be 5 points, if I remember. Then we came out with a very important draw there, which kept the gap to 2 points. I also thought that was a huge turning point for us. And then here we are. We just had to manage things until we got where we are today. So a very great team effort, and pachishona wanowanzoti inoora kutanga nemusoro naye, but musoro edu hauna kuora, wakaramba wakamira, then providing good leadership, and then here we are today. We are celebrating. So this is for, of course, for our fans who stuck with us through and through. I remember when we were attending matches, there were some matches where you could see that about 75% of the people in the stadium are against you. And I think that drove our players. We then had to work on our players mentally, make sure that they were up to the task, difficult task for that matter, and here we are today. So I want to thank our fans for sticking with us, even when things were not good. And then here we are. We have brought a trophy, a huge trophy for that matter, for them. Then, on a personal note, a very great achievement. Yeah, very great achievement. It's not easy to change from one team then to another, assemble a new team and win the league. It's not easy. So that record, that history, will stuck in my heart for quite a long time. So it also brings me to thank the players themselves. After time, we tend to forget those that do the job. We are leaders, we give guidance, but I want to thank the players for fighting throughout to where we are. I think if you look at the statistics, they speak for themselves. I think we scored better than any other team in the league, and I think we are also boasting of the best defense in the league so far. So that speaks volumes of what the players have achieved as a unit. So yeah, they put in a very huge effort, and of course my backroom staff, we had plenty of sleepless nights, negative things coming through in and outside. Of course, people were really fighting, looking for that, for what we got today. But in the end, we stuck together, worked together, and here we are today celebrating. So I'm very excited for Scottland Football Club, and I hope our club president will be encouraged. And this is a huge, I think in business, this is a huge return in investment that the club president invested in the whole project. So yeah, quite a number of things are coming up. I think this is a huge motivator. He's got a number of projects that he is doing, and hopefully the victory today or this achievement will spur him to pour even more funds into the football project that he has embarked on. So I wish him well. I wish our management committee well. I wish the technical team, the players, our supporters, and everyone who really stood by us throughout the whole season. This is what we have achieved in the end, and well done to everyone involved in this project. To members of the 4th Estate, you were there. You were there capturing every moment. We want to thank you. It wasn't our media department alone, but you guys were there to cover everything. And I also want to thank you for really bringing this project to where it is today.
The title holders, the title defenders.
Ega, chaiti chupu chakapwadza marafuta dzamako. Wedza goto masamzo komba bwera pechina famu timbu zimudusina zita. Akazitaura kudhara izvi.
Akasaba pika dhiri madzorere masango mai.
Vitamono la patia. Scotland bora nakirwe kwese kwamuri. Maviravira.
Right, izvo zvitava kutanga kuita